Ever since we started using BrowserStack, our testability, I think was hovering around the 60% mark. We were able to push it all the way up to, I think, very close to 95%. Once we switched over to test reporting and analytics and the automate products, we noticed that the test execution time is reduced by close to 90%. We would previously run for 3 to 4 hours, and now we basically can run them all in under 30 to 35 minutes. Hi, my name is Shiva Srinivasan, and I'm a principal test engineer at Clari. Clari is a leading provider of AI-powered revenue orchestration platform solutions. Some of the challenges that actually BrowserStack helped us solve was the fact that there was no measurable metrics that we could collect from all of our automated tests. We had automated tests running, but there was no way for us to really understand how good our quality process was. Not only the TRA product allow us to measure on tests that we execute on BrowserStack machines, but it also allowed us to plug in our API tests. So now we had a single place where we could actually see both our end-to-end tests and our API tests show up. If you open up test reporting analytics, the landing page has a chart that shows how many tests pass and how many tests fail. But it also says, oh, here's the most common failures that we see. It made troubleshooting a lot more easier, where we didn't have to really do the aggregation ourselves. The fact that we had historical analysis meant that we were able to find the commit that was causing the failures. This test passed at 3 hours ago, so the culprit commit happened sometime in the 3-hour window. The time that it took us to be able to fix those issues came down more than 50%. The testability has gone up significantly to a point where we now actually block deploys unless we can get at least one passing run of all tests prior to the deployment. We have a small code freeze window where we basically say no more changes allowed. We run all our regressions, and unless and until they all pass, we do not actually deploy. And the only reason we were able to make that even a gating requirement was because of test reporting and analytics. There are some dashboards in test reporting and analytics that tells me how has the flakiness quotient been over a period of 30 days, or a period of 6 months, or a period of a year, right? Which means that obviously much lesser false positives or false negatives, which means that your suites are running with a lot less manual intervention, which in turn means that everything is kind of automation driven, and your velocity is increasing. And the other use case, obviously, that I spoke about is the number of unique test cases. We use that metric to see, hey, are we consistently writing new test cases, right? So that the unique test case count keeps on going on increasing. We don't want to see a flat line. We don't want to see it going down, or both signs that we're not having enough test coverage for all the stuff that we're delivering. The good thing about BrowserStack is once you add a failure category, if the tests were to consistently keep on failing, you don't have to manually go in and add a failure category every time. It automatically, it knows that, oh yeah, the previous run failed and there was a failure category of a product part. It keeps adding that same category to all the subsequent failing tests until the tests pass. It basically allows teams to be able to be their own quality gatekeepers, where they can see the data, they can see the metrics, and they can basically come up with their own plans on how they can keep scaling the quality summit. Our individual contributors are super appreciative of the fact that they can actually see all the necessary times troubleshooting artifacts like recordings, network logs, historical analysis. Our managers are now basically saying, okay, these are all the different new tests we're running. This is the flakiness that we've identified. This is the stability. So this is actually great that we can measure ourselves against our own standards, and also be able to compare ourselves with some of the better doing teams. And obviously all of our execs now, they have a great way of understanding, because all of our tests are being reported to a single place, and now that allows them to see the whole bigger picture of our quality journey. Unanimously, the feedback has been extremely positive. It has helped us significantly in our quality journey, and the roadmap that I have seen means that it's actually going to only make things better. So I would highly recommend my peers in other companies to check out BrowserStack's test reporting and analytics tool.